Hey everyone, Tyler back for another quick video. Really quickly, the way that the Sportsters come from the factory for, I'm not sure if it's all the models, but at least for the 48, for certain years, the Clevis or Clevis, somebody educate me on how that's supposed to be pronounced, but is offset from the factory, meaning that one of these tabs is a little bit longer. So when you buy aftermarket pegs, um, even though they're advertised, they're not falsely advertised, but they're advertised as universal. They don't fit some models. And in this case, they don't fit the 2020 Sportster 48. So the only way to make that work is to either grind down that factory mount, which ugly. I mean, it's a quick solution, but then you got to paint, you got to, sand it. It just buy new Clevises or Clevises. They're not so hard to find right now. I think supply chain issues are an issue. I got black. You can get them in chrome to match your factory setup. But this way, when you buy universal pegs, you know they're going to fit because it's not offset. See, they're lined up. So this is a quick install. I'll tag a video on the back of this intro of just me walking through it. It's really just a couple pins with C-clips, no big deal. And then, once I make a decision on pegs, I'll install the pegs onto these. The pin then goes through here. So it's really straightforward. So this goes into the bike mount, and then your foot peg goes through here with a pin and a C-clip. So straightforward, easy enough, but frustrating if you order your pegs first. That's why I want to do a video, and you're racking your brain trying to install them, figuring why the hell don't these holes line up. It's a widely known issue. If you Google it, and you do some digging on the internet, it's a widely known issue that I don't think a lot of people talk about all that often, because they probably figure it out and it's such a quick fix that they just fix it, and you don't see it on a lot of forums or anything like that. So I just wanted to walk through and kind of explain to everyone that's following along here. Keep an eye. If you look on the front of your bike, I have forward controls, so it might only be specific to forward controls on certain models, but forward controls, look at the end of the Clevis. So on the right side, let's say, which is offset on the top, right? Or left side offset on the top. Look and you'll see. If one of these is longer than the other, then you have to do what I'm explaining here. If it's not, then universal pegs that are sold online should fit. So that's it. I'll tag a video on the back of this, and fairly straightforward. All right, talk to you soon. Well, just like the other side, it's easier to take this foot peg mount off and then to get at the C-clip in the back. So that's what I'll do here. Hey everyone, really quick follow-up ending video for the first time, because I went into the intro video with this Clevis or Clevis installation as it being very straightforward, going to be a 15-minute job, no big deal, and I ran into a major hiccup. It happens, right? So the right side, the foot brake side, worked perfectly, was done in 5 or so minutes. Left side, not so much. And what happened is, through manufacturing, I'm guessing the Clevis for the left side, at least for the set that I bought, the diameter was probably 1 millimeter or 2 off. I shouldn't even give you a definitive millimeter amount. It was just slightly too large in diameter. I don't know how much, but I decided to take it down. As you saw in the video, I was belt sanding it to kind of just rotate it slowly and take a little bit off, because in the mount for where the Clevis goes into, there's a little plastic bushing. So when it goes in, it has to be able to spin freely. But, the bushing is in there because you still need to be a little bit tight. So it's not all moving around, right? And metal against metal. So this plastic bushing kind of holds it in place, but you still need there to be that little bit of space so it could, when you push the shifter either forwards or backwards, it resets to 0, right? To its middle position. What was happening was I would push it with my hand just to test, and it would get stuck. So you get the point. I sanded it down a little bit, a little ingenuity, a little DIY, rather than going through the process of returning, shipping it out, waiting for a new set to be shipped back to me. I figured it's not going to compromise anything, in my opinion. No big deal. It's aluminum, so I wasn't really worried about the paint coming off because it's on the inside anyway. You wouldn't see it. So just a little heads up. That's a lot of times you get something that you think is going to be a few screws or a few bolts and you're done. Boom. It took me probably close to 2 hours by the time I put it on, figured out it wasn't working properly, unassembled it, kind of troubleshot, thought about what I was going to do, how was I going to do it, made the decision to sand it down, sanded it, put it back on, testing, and it's on now and it's good. So just funny how that works out, but I couldn't be happier because they're ready to go. I love the black on black versus the chrome factory Clevises on the black. I don't like that, so it looks sharp. Next step is just finding out what foot pegs I'm gonna run, and then rock on. So that's it. Short videos. I only recorded and I'm only posting the left side because it's identical on the right side. It's just one side's your shifter, one side's your brake. If you did one side, you could do the other. So rather than waste time and editing and recording and all of that, just did the left side to quickly walk you through, and then you'll see in the post too, there's some video or some pictures highlighting locations, bolts, and the C-clip on the back of each side that you have to take off to pull the pin out or the clevis out. So rock on, it's ready, or in a better position than it was yesterday. They're on, and hopefully road ready soon as the parts roll in. So all right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.